how's it going, guys? Welcome to Audio Addiction. We have 1,000 Below with us, and he could say his name and what he does in the band.
What's up, y'all? I'm James. I sing in 1,000 Below. I also scream. Yeah,
Right.
I do both.
So the first question, man, how did you start out the band, and how did you get your members?
Okay, so our old guitarist Devin and our current guitarist Josh had this house in Poway in San Diego that they would just fucking party at. They lived there.
Yeah.
But there was an open door policy Friday to Sunday, and the same 60 people would just go fucking rage there extremely hard for 3 days straight for a very long. I'm talking we did this every weekend for a long time. It got filthy after a while.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And eventually you meet a bunch of friends partying with the same 50 people every weekend, and so a bunch of people became homies. There's guys and girls, and everyone's just having fun. It's a good time, and then at the end of the night, usually everyone play music and just chill as the night was ending, 4 in the morning. And then I would always stay up late, and they would stay up late, and we would just talk and chill and drink. And then one day we realized oh, we have really similar music tastes. So me and Josh Thomas, our current guitarist, were dude, let's make a band. And people had been hitting me up to jam at that time. I wasn't in any bands at the time. I was taking a break from music.
Okay.
People always hit me up and yeah, let's jam. And they sent me something, and it just wasn't good, or it wasn't the right sound.
Yeah, sure.
And he was like, hey man, I wrote a couple songs. Check this out. And I was like, all right, I hit play, and I was like, oh my god, I was like, fuck, this bangs.
This is sick.
Yeah, and so it banged, and it was kind of more. It kind of sounded like Balance and Composure at first, and then the other housemate Devin was like, you're starting a band. He's like, I want in, and we're like, fuck yeah, but he was like, I don't want to play soft music, and we were like, oh okay, and I was like, well, I scream pretty well, so let's make a post-hardcore band. He was like, great, I'm down. And so we made the band like that, and then their friend, who's our current bass player now, Josh Bilmora, he was like, hey, you guys starting a band? He's like, put me in, coach. And we were like, yeah, man. And then I took the drummer from my previous band. That was Garrett at the time, and he's not in the band anymore, but that was how it got started. And we just made some songs, and the songs just came out decently, and I'd never done any clean singing before, so this was my first time doing that, first band doing that. And so I was like, it came out decent in the studio. I just kind of learned in the studio and got coaching from our producer. He was kind of oh, do this, that, and another. It got a little better. I shopped the songs around, and it was just manager, label, all that other shit, just real quick.
So
it was random.
You just sent out.
Yeah, no, we sent it out, and it was we wrote the right songs. We made our press kit really good too. We did a really nice music video with a guy named Aaron Marsh who kills it on music videos. Tight. Yeah, he's great. So we just made it. I wanted to send it to a label and pretty much make it so all they had to do was just stamp their fucking name on it and pay us for the music, you know. Yeah. And that's what they did. They were like, holy shit, you guys did this professionally. Stamped their fucking name on it. We had to change our name though. The band name was called Shade at first.
Oh really?
Yeah, and we really liked that name, just Shade. It's such a sick
tight.
name. But then there was a copyright for Shade clothing in California. We didn't want that guy to sue us because of merch and shit. Yeah. And also we wanted a band name that we could get all the social media for, Instagram, Twitter, and all that shit. And so now we have Instagram, Twitter, whatever, -1,000 Below. We have all of them. So that's really. And if you Google 1,000 Below, we're the only fucking thing that comes up.
So there you go. So now you got it.
So it just kind of it was just a perfect storm.
Yeah.
You know?
That's awesome because I felt as a fan obviously, but I didn't know if there was any backstory behind your band because I haven't seen it on the internet. So
just a bunch of dudes that fucking raged together and pounded beers and tequila for months at a time, and then just started talking and realized we were all fucking bored.
And then you wanted to start a band.
Yeah, and we were all equally bored and equally sad. And so we just were how can we fill the void of both of these two things?
Let's be a touring band.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So my next question, obviously you've toured around the States many times, but what are some favorite venues that you like to play at?
Fairmont Theater in Montreal.
Ooh, wow, that was
just played there 2 days ago. It's the sickest fucking venue every time.
Is it?
Fairmont Theater, Montreal. Fairmont Theater, Montreal. Fairmont Theater, Montreal.
Okay.
Also, Chain Reaction in LA is cool too. I really fucking like that place. Just the shows are cool. It's we haven't really had a good show in LA at any other. The camera doesn't go this way, Josh. You're allowed to walk over here.
Yeah. He doesn't know.
But yeah, we haven't really had a super fucking sick show in LA outside of that venue. We've played Terragram Ballroom and Josh, what's the other place in LA?
Soma.
Soma's in San Diego.
I don't know.
We played El Rey. We played Terragram Ballroom, and just the energy wasn't really fucking insane. They were really good shows, but it wasn't nuts. And then we played Chain and it got like insane.
It just got
yeah,
sick.
I like when it's like right
like,
there
super
and I
high
can like smell the sweat on everybody and like yeah. But yeah, so probably Fairmont Theater, Montreal, and the Chain. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Next question, kind of to follow up the venues. What was the last show that you attended and you didn't play?
Wow. I can't even remember. Okay. So
the last one you can remember.
Okay, there's I went I do okay, so I don't go to a lot of like band shows if that makes sense. Like cuz it's like I play it so much, so like I get sick of it. So I try and go to things that I don't understand, like for example like DJs, like festivals and stuff. I have no idea when like I love artists like Odessa and like Weethin and like Griffin and shit like that, and I watch them play and I'm like, I have no idea what's making these sounds. This is fucking sick, you know, like. So it's really exciting for me. Rappers too. There's this rapper called Oliver Francis who I'm literally so obsessed with. He's fucking amazing. Like he also like pays attention to like bands in this scene, and when I'm like such a fan of that guy and his whole crew. Like I went and saw me and my cousin went and saw him at the Observatory in LA, and dude, like holy fuck, it was such a good show.
Energy,
it's so hype. Like everyone singing every word to every song in the room. Like it was like 600 people packed in. Like. Dude, it was insane. Like, if you guys are looking for a new rapper, like, go check out Oliver Francis. He's so fucking sick.
Can't agree.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so I like rap shows, DJ stuff, like things that I don't know what the fuck is going on. Because I go see a band, and I see a band, and like it's not like, oh, I think my band's so fucking good. It's just that I understand what's happening on stage. I'm like, oh, okay, so the guitars are using this, using a Kemper there, the vocals go to there, blah, blah, you know what I mean? Like, I know what's going on. I like when
the formula.
Yeah, and I also just like the whole like festival vibe of just like not like being able to just go and not hear screaming music for a whole night.
I got you. I got you. Well, my next question is the big one. What are some of your musical influences, and who do you draw from?
For this band, it's pretty much just like Bring Me the Horizon, Paris, Being as Notion. Those are like, and then I do listen to some counterparts too. Like, it's weird. I thought that band was gonna have more impact, like on how this band sounded, but we just didn't end up going down that direction. We thought, honestly, in the beginning, I thought we were gonna end up like sounding like counterparts once, you know, like
really?
when we first started writing, and then I thought we would be one of those bands, but then like it just got softer. You know, like the songs, like I put more clean singing on it. I like learned how to write hooks and shit, so I was like, all right, let's take advantage of that. But yeah, so essentially just like Bring Me the Horizon, Paris, Being as Notion, counterparts. There's one other fucking band that I can't even think of that I think is so sick. Also, that new Devil Wears Prada song, Chemical, dude. Like, I'm trying to make music like that.
I got
you. That song's so fucking good. Like, they've been doing the metalcore thing for a while, and then now they're doing like the indie post-hardcore thing, and it just sounds
something different. Yeah.
Like, dude, like next time Thousand Below puts out music, other than tomorrow, because our album comes out tomorrow, there's gonna be some influence from that song for sure. Our whole band's hooked on that song. We're definitely gonna like try and write something like that. Not obviously not copy it, but just like that mood and like the tempo of like the staccato of the vocals and just like how it's not really like set up like a single song. That was something we did. Like so on the first record, we had a couple singles. On this one, we tried to just make like fucking bangers, if that makes sense. We didn't really try and go full artsy with it. And then obviously like that Chemical song, it's really just meant to just be like art and feel, and I think we're definitely gonna do some music like that for sure.
That's awesome. Well, hopefully we'll be seeing that sooner than later. But the next question, James, obviously you're on tour, so who have you been bumping in the van, whether it be music, podcasts, whatever?
Ooh, that's a battle. Okay, so we have a dude who drives in the morning, and I'm a night guy. So when it's my turn to drive, I do nights only. So me and my guitarist Josh Thomas, we just play like hella fucking sad music. You know, we just try and like literally we just play sad music and just like talk about literally we just like get sad and like talk about like things that we miss and people that we miss and just like things in our lives that we like wish we could go back and do again. It's like therapy. Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Wow.
But yeah, so we just play really sad stuff. Or if I'm in a better mood, I'll play like Odessa and like I like Drake and stuff like that. Like Drake is like say what you will about him of cheesiness, but I just love his fucking music.
He's got the hooks.
Yeah, dude. Like again, lots of Oliver Francis in the van, like tons of like cool like vibey SoundCloud rap shit, just like and lots of sad stuff. Like
and obviously like nothing. I mean, it makes sense because like I feel like for myself too, like when I drive home from shows, I'm not gonna listen to like something
dude, you're not gonna go watch Of Mice and Men tear it up for a fucking hour and just wreck the place and then
go listen
and then go get in your car and then put on like Of Mice, you know, like that's not how my brain works.
I feel you. I'm on the same wave.
If I'm playing some post-hardcore music on stage.
You're definitely
listening to not that.
driving.
Yeah. I know some bands are different. Some bands actually like they play heavy music and they listen to heavy music. I fuck with that. That's cool.
Yeah,
I
that's
just
cool,
like I've been doing this shit for like 10 years now. So
Holy shit.
like yeah, since I was 16, I've been fucking grinding in bands and selling pre-sales and shit. I did take like a 1 to 2 year break, but I guess if you count that, but yeah, that's just me.
Tell you. Next question, a fun one. If you could pick a song to cover, what would it be?
Dude, we were gonna write. Okay, so that Billie Eilish song "Ocean Eyes" came out like a hell long time ago, and it didn't really get that big. And then Black Bear remixed it. Oh, also I love Black Bear. He's
Black
great.
Bear's tight.
So
Yeah,
good.
He's so good. Underrated.
Black Bear remixed it. The song started like popping a bit
Oh,
again.
yeah,
The song
yeah.
started like blowing up, and we were thinking about just doing like a cool, like just like kind of like chill, like kind of rock, mood rock cover of that song. And then one of our guitarists was like, he did make a good point. It's not really that explosive of a song, so maybe it might have been a boring cover. So we elected not to do it. And then right afterwards, fucking Bring Me the Horizon drops that When the Party's Over cover, and it's so good. So fucking amazing. Also, that song is just amazing. So I would want to cover something that was like tremendously chill like that and make it like just like
Super high energy.
not super high energy, but just like a step
enough.
up.
Enough,
Just kind of
yeah.
like,
It's
know,
like something you can vibe with.
Yeah.
So you don't have anything? It was just a.
It would be like it would be something like that. Like it would be like like that hot. She has that song called "Hostage," which fucking bangs. Also,
Ooh, yeah.
I also there's a song called "Barely Friends" by an artist called Drama. It's like this woman with a beautiful fucking voice. I think there's one other person a part of the project. I believe it's a male. It's a female and a male. And her voice is so good, and she has this really cool song called "Barely Friends," and I would like to cover that and make a kind of like 1,000 Below mood rock cover of that. That'd be
I'm
fucking
down with that.
sick.
Well, and if you have any other suggestions for them, leave them in the comments. Maybe they'll check them out. But my next question, another fun one as well. Gotta ask this one: favorite food to eat? What's the go-to meal?
Okay, so for our band, it's like we do this thing where whenever we go on tour, it's called every tour is called the Ramen Across America tour. We just like
find a ramen
dude.
spot.
We just go to ramen places. We try and find like the best ramen place in the city where we can like actually get a table. You know, sometimes there's like that ramen restaurant where you're like, bro, you need to like there's this place in San Diego called Menya Ultra, to where you have to like wait an hour every time. So we find like reasonably good place. Dude, I've eaten like so much fucking ramen across this country and in like Europe and stuff. And dude, like I forget what the place is called, but the best ramen I've ever had is in Baltimore, near that venue, Baltimore Soundstage.
Oh, okay.
It's over there. I forget what it's called. I'd love to shout it out, but can't remember. And then there's a place called I don't think I'm pronouncing this correctly, but it's like Ishin Ramen or something like that.
Okay.
And I think that's in more than just Toronto, but in Toronto next to Sneaky D's, there's a place called Ishin Ramen, and that place is fucking good, man.
Yeah.
That place is so fucking good. Like, so we try to eat a lot of that. It's really good. It's usually not that expensive.
Yeah.
And also, it's like good on the voice.
On the throat, yeah.
Dude, a lot of salt in there. It's warm. You know, like
There you
soup
go.
is also pho. Like,
Pho, yeah.
we fucking love pho.
It's delicious.
So good. Yeah, just a lot of that stuff.
I mean,
But
Chinatown's
big,
like down the street.
dude. I went and I had a decadent ramen experience today. It was great.
Beautiful.
It wasn't like top 5, but
I
it was
got
still
you.
great. Yeah.
Still ramen.
It was
man.
still great.
Still ramen. Next question, James. If you could pick somebody to collaborate with, whether it be a guest vocalist on your next record or a producer you'd like to work with, who would it be?
So, what I really want to do is like, again, I've had this idea forever, and then you know when like you have an idea and then someone else executes it before you can
Oh, I
execute
got
it,
you.
and you're like,
I
fuck,
got you.
now if I do this, like everyone's gonna think we're copying them. Okay, so Devil Wears Prada put out that song "Lines of Your Hands" that has like
Yeah.
that girl singing that verse, and then so again, this was never really my idea in reality, but this band, I think they're called Savior or something like that. They're
Yeah,
from
Savior.
They're
From
from
Australia.
Yeah.
Yep.
They did that like EP where they had that girl. She wasn't in the band. I think her name's Shantae.
Yeah.
And she wasn't in the band at the time, but they did like an EP or an album, and she like sang on all the songs. I thought
That's tight.
I thought that'd be kind of cool to like do an EP where like some of the songs to have like just a girl, just like a really
female
pretty
vocalist,
voice. Yeah,
yeah.
dude, I just like this girl singing. It always just sounds better than guys singing. You know what I mean? Like it's just way prettier. It's way more
true.
like nice on the ears. So I would love to find like a cool like up and coming female artist singer to just make some really cool like interesting like vibey sad music with, and that would be cool. Yeah,
That would
again,
be tight.
no one in specific, but other than that, like we did a song with the producer Eric Ron. We're definitely gonna make some more songs with him. Like we've built a relationship with him. He's the man. Excited to go back to him. Yeah,
Yeah, I feel like Eric Run definitely brings out the best in a lot of bands.
He's
but I would say
he's so sick.
More specifically, your band, because I felt like your sound was just executed super well, and obviously it has a lot to do with Ron too. But
yeah, dude, he helped us like Chemical. Like we had like the basis. I had like a 45-second clip of whatever that song was before we went in the studio. So before we went in to do that song with him, we brought him 4 like clips, like little pieces of songs, and we said, which one do you think we could like make a radio banger out of? And he was like, that one. Yeah. And so we Chemical 2 days later.
There you go. Awesome. My next question is my personal favorite because I'm a nerd and I love asking it. If you could be a video game character, who would you be?
Oh man, of any game ever?
Yeah, any game ever.
I'm gonna take like 5 seconds to think about this. Okay, I'm just gonna go straight to, dude. Like Master Chief from Halo. I like read the Halo books and shit, dude.
Did you
like
really?
literally,
Oh,
like there's like an entire book series, and I read like most of them. I think that would be so I don't know, just like the dude was the man.
Yeah.
You know, he just like fucked shit up. He had a pretty tough life though. His life was not all smiles and sunshines.
I mean, I feel like that kind of is self-evident in the type of games.
Yeah, it's pretty much him against
everybody.
Many worlds. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, but again, he's a badass. Plus, he's like in real life, he's like 7'5" or something like that. He's massive. He's like 7'5" and like. Oh man, the books are cool. If you're down for that nerdy shit, like I read the books and it like teaches you a lot about like the Halo universe and all that shit.
That's sick.
Yeah, so I would go. My parents would take me on vacations, and when we would travel, like they didn't want me playing on my fucking Game Boy for like 18 hours straight. So my mom would tell me, she'd be like, "Hey, half the flight, like we'd fly to Europe or something," and so I'm from like a upper middle class like.
Family.
Yeah. Like, and my parents, we live in like a very sheltered area in San Diego, and my parents, a lot of kids that grow up there, they become like very spoiled. You know what I mean? Very entitled. Just people they don't understand the way that the world is. Yeah. So my parents, like every time we had a break, they would take me somewhere else and just show me like, hey, like be grateful for what we have here.
That's awesome.
And show me like, hey, not the whole world is not like the little bubble that we live in. So they would take me on trips, and then so half the time I was allowed to play video games, and the other half the time my mom would say, "Oh, you have to read." So then I said, "Oh, I'll just fucking read about video games." You know what I mean? So I would be like, "Look, I got books," and she'd be like, "Oh, great, read away." And the whole time I had to go from playing video games to reading about video games.
Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah,
the real knowledge.
Mom didn't know that, but I guess she just like I guess it's just like you just want your kid reading. I fuck with that. Yeah,
and just be a good person.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
The next thing, James. Obviously, you sing, but if there's another musical instrument that you could be proficient at, what would
piano. I started in on piano lessons. I want to understand like music theory. I think it's like, other than like violin, I think it's like the prettiest instrument. It's just like good. I want to just be able to like sit down at a fucking piano one day. Like, dude, I was at like some airport and there was like just a grand piano in the middle of the place, and some dude just sat down, just started like raging songs. I just want to be able to do that. I want to be able to sit down and just like play some pretty like cute like. Sad piano shit, dude. And also you get to learn music theory, because if I'm gonna be writing music, sorry, hiccups. Again, if you're like writing music, it's nice to know what the fuck you're doing rather than me just like singing random shit in my room and hoping it comes out catchy, which is currently what I do, and it's the way a lot of people write music. Absolutely. They just it's literally what I'll do is I'll take like an instrumental. And I just like I find the key of the song and just slap on like Antares Autotune and just play the song with my headphones and just like hit record and just sing random gibberish over it until I find something that's catchy. And then I put like words that like mean something to me. Like I'll have lyrics of songs written prior, and I'll like it's like a puzzle game.
And you try to put everything into place.
But if you understand music theory, you can like take the key of the song and like you can know like I guess like scales and shit that help you like set the mood, and you can already essentially the notes are already there for you. Again, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about yet. But I will.
Don't worry, we're gonna keep you updated on all of this. Hopefully next time James comes on here. All right. So the next question is: obviously you're on a really great tour, but if there was a dream tour you could compile, who would be on the list?
I think every fucking band in this whole ass genre wants to do a tour with Bring Me the Horizon. That'd be sick. To just watch them every night. Yeah. That would be sick because, oh man, we had an off day on the Never Say Die tour in Europe. We had an off day, and the whole tour package got in free to go see Bring Me the Horizon in Hamburg, Germany. It was like the sickest fucking show ever. So again, and also they just pull big crowds. They're like the coolest band in the scene by a fucking mile. Yeah, they're insane. So that band for sure. I'd also love to do something with Paris. Like I'd love to like tour with a softer band and then only play like our softer stuff.
That'd be tight.
Like
I'd
to
be
do.
so about that.
I want to do like soft tours and then I want to do like heavy tours. You know, like songs where we'll play like, you know, like Carry the Weight and like No Place Like You and a lot of the shit on our new record that doesn't have screaming. And then like on the heavy tours we go play like Vain and the Love You Too Close and Tradition is Sinking Me and shit like that. You know, I think it'd be cool to be able to do like a soft tour just to see like. Plus, man, sometimes we do band practice and like I won't scream for the whole day. I'll like just sing. Because, like, screaming, like, I already know how to scream. I don't need to practice it. But it's good to, like, just for endurance practice it. But sometimes, like, I'll just sing for the whole day, and my voice just, like, dude, I just glide on those notes, man. It's, like, going back and forth from singing to screaming. That's why people, like, it's such a hard thing to do. That's why, like, people like Rory from Dayseeker and stuff like that. It's
he's
like,
fantastic.
And Sam Carter from Architects, like, the people, those two guys can just elegantly go back and forth.
Swap.
And I'm not there yet. Like, I can do it decently, but not, dude. Like, you hear Rory, he can go from, like, just gnarliness to just like complete
real,
like yeah, dude, he's
like,
a fucking talented guy. Same thing with and Sam Carter from Architects. He can do like that like yell singing that like I can do it like in the studio real well, but live, man, like it's tough to do without hurting your voice. Like
sure.
And that dude plays hour-long sets and just fucking kills it, hits those notes. Like that man is literally a fucking legend.
Yes.
So yeah.
Shout outs. And also I feel like you, if it was like you, Paris and like Dayseeker doing
That'd be
sick.
sick.
I would be so about that.
Like all of us playing like no
soft
screaming
shit.
song. Yeah.
That'd be
like
I'd be
soft songs only. Actually, I haven't like listened to their whole record yet, but I'm curious how many of the songs like have screaming on it and don't. Cause
I would say
I heard like 3 songs that didn't, and they were sick.
Yeah. So
not
like,
saying I don't like his screaming. I'm just saying
no,
Rory's my
I got
friend,
you.
so.
I would say maybe a little bit less than half.
Okay.
But there's definitely some songs where there's just primarily singing like the first track, and then I think the second to last track are just all singing.
Okay, sick.
So-
Yeah.
so
I
there's-
see what I mean. Like that. I think it'd be fun to just like sort of just like pretend to be a band that's not in the scene.
Yeah,
you know what I
no,
mean? Just for one
absolutely.
tour, just to be like, oh yeah, I'm in a rock band. You know, like that'd be interesting just to see. But yeah.
I'd be so about that. So let's make it
totally-
happen. You know, like I feel like that is definitely feasible. But my next question is, obviously, you have some fun questions. So what is your favorite movie and favorite TV show?
Okay, so TV show. For comedy, it'd be Letterkenny for sure.
Ooh, that's a great
that
one.
that one fucking bangs. And then for like seriousness, there's a show Black Sails on HBO.
Yeah.
It's like essentially like a rated R but also very realistic rendition about like the pirates in I forget what fucking year it was, 1700s, 1800s, I don't fucking know. And it's funny, like people don't realize this, but like all those pirates that you hear about, like fucking Blackbeard and Charles Vane, about those were real fucking people.
people,
Like
yeah,
Redbeard, all those, they were real ass fucking people
wild.
that were actually out there doing like wild pirate shit. And then in the show, the main character of the show, his name is Captain Flint. He is the only fake person in the whole show,
wow.
fictional.
So
they
else is
drop him in the center of it and make him the main character, and have all the famous people like Anne Bonny and Jack Rackham, and they have all those people like revolve around his life. And dude, the show is so good. It's like so. Like that, it's done by Michael Bay too. So like the first season,
sick.
it's like really cool. They still had an awesome budget, and then the show blew up because of how awesome it was. And then they just like got the budget like tripled after the
so they
first
got a
season,
lot.
and they were just like, dude, we're gonna the pirate ship battles. It's essentially like, you know, like Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's literally
great
a
fucking
version,
movies, but
yeah.
just an adult version of it, which is great. Like people are like fucking and dying and stuff. It's cool. It's fucking sick. Like I like it, and it's really emotional too. Like and like the twists in that show, like you think it's just this fucking. The first season, you're like, this is just like a fucking wild pirate show, and then it gets really deep. It gets into like. Dude, it just takes you on like an emotional fucking roller coaster, and I know I've never like cared as much about a show than that in my whole life. I remember like that show made me so fucking happy when it came out. I still rewatch it. Like every tour I'll go and like rewatch like a couple
That's
seasons.
sick.
Yeah, it's really good.
And then favorite movie?
Movie? Ooh. Dude, that's I watch so many movies. That's a fucking
That's a tough one.
Tough one.
Yeah.
I for whatever reason, this is like the first thing that comes to my mind, but I really love those Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes movies. I think those are so sick.
Okay.
Those are fucking tight. I also really love the Hobbit movies. A lot of my friends fucking hated those because of like there was like that glow the whole time, but I didn't mind it. I fucking loved it. Trying to think of like a movie that made me fucking cry that was really sick. I don't know. I can't think of anything. I'm sorry. Yeah,
That's
I like
all good.
sad shit. Sad
Yeah,
shit's
no.
cool.
So you gotta keep with the
man.
mood. I got you. If you were trapped on a desert island for the next month and there was one record you could bring with you, what would it be?
Great. Probably tie between like Nothing Was the Same by Drake or
That's a good one.
trying to think of like which Story So Far record I would choose, man.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can't.
that's tough.
I did really like the most recent one. Yeah, probably just the most recent Story So Far record or Drake, Nothing Was the Same. Those are fucking great albums. That song Upside Down on the record is
I think it's Proper Dose.
Oh yeah, so their self-titled was the one before.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I'm a fucking idiot. Whatever. So yeah, I'd probably bring one of those two records or Drake's Nothing Was the Same. Just yeah, that song Upside Down on Proper Dose is like, dude, I listened to that song a million times. It's so good. It's like, holy fuck, that was a good song. It is a good song.
Awesome. And then the last thing, James, obviously tell them about your band, where they can find you at, and obviously anything coming up in the next couple months.
Okay, we're 1,000 Below. We're like a mood rock / post-hardcore band.
Right.
We have an album coming out tomorrow.
Yes.
It'll probably be out by the time this video's out. We don't have any tours lined up. We have a couple things that are in the email that we're discussing right now, so we can get back out there to people.
Awesome.
We're definitely coming back to Europe next year. We're definitely doing a headliner, 100%, because you kind of have to. You know, put out 2 albums, you gotta do a fucking headliner.
Feel that.
Try and play some like small packed venues, make it really intimate, exciting.
Yeah.
Get some lights, you know.
There you go.
I want to play a show with lights. That would be just like our own lights. Like
just
I watch like a Mice and Men every night, and they have their own like
yeah.
custom lights. I'm like, fuck, that's so
Yeah, like
cool.
that's what I want.
Yeah, I think that'd be really tight to have like a light show and some smoke and like the just.
I got you. The whole ambiance.
Yeah, dude, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for fucking